manifesting is something that we do all day, every day, whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not, whether we're conscious or not. Our very existence is a manifestation in itself. So to think that you can't do it or that it's hard is a complete fallacy. It's just the perspective that we have based on the knowledge that we have, which if we don't have much, then, it's not really our fault. But it absolutely is possible to get a hold of this phenomenon and turn it into a practice so that you can actually start to dictate what it is that comes your way, even though this is a natural occurring force. Now, I've talked about my 30 days of alignment, and even in my personal approach, which is my 360 method, I'll link that video above, I definitely talk about this period of about a month's worth of time to dedicate yourself to the process of learning how to get a handle on this thing that you are doing naturally already. So in this episode of Roxy Talks, we are discussing why it's best to make this a practice and go through that tough 30 days of getting this down and becoming a manifesting master. Stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting beliefs so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. If you are ready to overhaul your life in 30 days, check out my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge. It definitely is what helped change my life. I did it myself, and I recorded myself going through the process, so it is real-time lessons that will help you really get a hold of all of this stuff. You can check it out for free at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got an upgraded version where I actually guide you through it with 30 days worth of videos, just me being your cheerleader and guiding you along as you go on the process with a little extra boost. Both of those are at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and more workshops and courses at my website, roxytalks.com. You can also join me on social media. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, before we get into this video, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. So, taking 30 days to really overhaul how I approached my life, how I approached myself and responded to things, acted, the way I thought about everything, honestly was so life-changing for me. This was about a year ago, actually, June 2019, it was a year ago. And I was working on trying to quit my job so that I could build this business. I was in a fine job. It just wasn't where I wanted to be in life. And I knew that the longer I was there and I let the job stress me out and piss me off and feel like I was being pulled away from my dream, the more that it would pull me away from my dream. It was doing exactly that. I was saying it was sucking the soul out of my body, and it was. It was killing me. And again, it wasn't a bad job. I was working for my best friend from home. It was one of those things where I had nothing to complain about. And that was like the worst part about it, right? It was like, what's the problem, bitch? You're set up. You're good to go. But I knew there was more for me. And I knew I was supposed to be doing something else. And I knew I was supposed to be helping people. And every day that clock ticked by and I was not working on my stuff and I was helping my best friend, of course, build her dream, which is cool. I was not building my own dream, though. And that was the problem I was experiencing. I couldn't deal with that. I could not anymore stand by and not let my dream be built, developed, or whatever. I needed to be working more on what I wanted to do. And I realized that every single time I reacted to that job and I affirmed that it was doing what I didn't want it to do and it was keeping me away from what I was meant to be doing in this life, it kept doing that. So I had to put a hard stop on that. I realized that this is it. You can't respond anymore. You need to pretend that it's not like that anymore. If you want to get to that world, you need to start acting like you're in it already. And that's what I did. I took 30 days of not affirming or agreeing with what my current reality was saying. I did not want to be a bitch anymore. I didn't want to react with anger, and I did not want to reaffirm my current reality. Those three things were at the forefront of the beginning of the 30 days of alignment. That's why I did it. I made it my mission to make it through 30 days without reacting. By the time I got through about 7 days, I was like, this is something. Like, I need to share this thing. This is something. Because it was changing my life. And here I am. Here I am. It changed my life. It really did. But I had to go through that 30 days of dedication to get where I'm at now. And so this is what I teach. Not because I think I'm so special, but because this shit worked for me and it's working for a bunch of people. And if you dedicate yourself to this process, it will work for you. But you can't half-ass it. You got to full-ass it. I've said that before. If I wanted a nice, thick, fat ass, I would need to be doing all kinds of squats and booty exercises, maybe some cardio, eating the right stuff. Let's say 30 days. I'm working that butt out every single day. I'm doing squats, I'm doing lunges, I'm taking walks or something. Doing the Stairmaster, I don't know. Don't really work out that much. Either way, if I spent the next 30 days working on my booty, you better believe that at the end of the 30 days, I'm gonna have a nice little poppin' situation. However, if I just do 3 squats, I do a squat in the morning, a squat in the afternoon, and a squat before bed, eat a broccoli here and there, chances are I'll probably look worse at the end of the 30 days. Knowing me, I will not even improve that much. I will probably look worse. Fuck that affirmation. Actually, I always look good no matter what I do. Anyways, my point is, if I wanted to get a nice tight booty, I need to be doing that work every day. And if I'm consistent with it, I will see results with it. If I'm not consistent, if I do it every now and then, even if I bump that up to 4 times a week, 3 squats a day, I'm still not making any progress. And this is the problem with these traditional types of manifesting. It's going to take you a lot longer if you take the lazy river all the way down versus going through the rapids. So I want you to think about this analogy. I want you to think about this cool ass mountain. Everybody's hanging out. You're at the top. And down way at the bottom, we see this pool where everyone's just chilling. They're drinking beer. They're having fun. It's summertime. We have summer again or something. And you have the opportunity to go down a rough, it's rough. Like, you will have to do work. You will be tried and tested. Rough patch, rapids, waterfalls and shit, rocks and all that stuff. I don't really do outdoorsy stuff much, but you know what I'm saying. I've seen movies. Or I can take the lazy river that winds all the way down the mountain. But it takes a lot longer to get there. I mean, I can get there. It's not that I can't. It's just going to take a long time. Because I'm on the lazy river and I'm just floating along and I'm just kind of letting the tide take me where it takes me. I'm not really taking control. Maybe here and there I'll steer a little bit, but mostly I'm laying on my back, I'm enjoying the sun, and I'm just floating down at my leisure. Can I reach the pool at the bottom? Absolutely. Am I going to get there as fast as going through the straight, direct route? Not a chance. But, hey, it might be easier. That's cool. Easy's cool. But I don't want easy. I want to be good at what I do. I want to be the master at what I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in my raft and I'm going to take it through the rapids. And I'm going to learn how to navigate through all that shit with my oars. Whatever. I'm going to do that. I'm going to whitewater rapid that shit all the way down that mountain, and I'm going to become a pro at navigating that shit. And you know what's going to happen is that once I reach that pool down there, cool, that's great. But what if another rapid comes up? What if there's another waterfall after that? What if there's more to the story than just getting to that pool with my friends down there? Is that the rest of my life? That's the last place I go ever? No. There's more rapids to be fucking conquered. There's more places to go. There's more life to be lived. So if I choose to take the lazy river every single time, again, that's fine. No shame. No shade in that. But I'm not going to develop the skills that will allow me to take those shortcuts. I'm not going to develop the skills that will allow me to navigate things when it gets hard. Because we don't know, we're not saying the lazy river is the perfect river. We're just saying you're just letting it take you. You're not directing where the stream is headed. So even taking the lazy river does not guarantee that you will not ever encounter rapids, but it does guarantee that you won't know how to fucking handle them when you get there. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way through the fucking rapids. I'm going to maneuver. I'm going to figure out, even if it's hard, even if I fall out, even if I almost died and have to get back in there and go back at it, what I'm going to do is figure out how to do it. And then I'm good to go. I can go anywhere in my little kayak or raft or wherever the fuck I'm going. I can go anywhere in it because I can navigate any waters. And if anything comes up for me, good to go. And this is why I am so big on doing this process for 30 days straight. Do it hardcore for 30 days. Dedicate yourself day in, day out, paying attention to the thoughts, catching them, flipping, monitoring what you're doing, and feeding yourself affirmations because you are trying to take over. You are trying to completely uproot the system. Take over all of the thoughts that keep you in your current reality and switch them for ones that bring you into the new reality. I'll link yesterday's video above. It is a numbers game. You have to take over the airwaves. If you want to shift your reality, you must shift your thoughts. And the best way to do that is to learn how to make a habit of only choosing the thoughts you want. Because what's happening here is that we are redirecting our habitual thinking that normally has a shortcut from the original thought to the secondary negative or unproductive thought, negative reaction, circumstance, whatever you want to call it. Our brain has chosen that thought so many times, it's much easier to get to because there's a shortcut, there's a neural pathway from the original thought to the secondary not so good thought. So what we're going to do is we are going to step in the moment from original thought to secondary thought, and we're going to switch that secondary thought over here on the positive or the productive side. And not only are we going to do that, but we're going to do it every single time we have this initial thought. This original thought that would normally trigger us to go left. Now, every single time we have that specific thought, we are going to go right. We're going to choose a higher quality thought. And what's going to happen is over the course of 30 days, every single time that thought comes up, we're going to start choosing this thought instead of that thought. The new chosen thought versus the old current thought. And eventually you will make your own shortcut or neural pathway between the original thought and the secondary higher quality thought that we're selecting now. We are trying to make this process a habit. And the body forms a habit, 21 days. That's why I say 3 weeks to a month. Take a month of making yourself choose the thoughts that you want to think. Make yourself choose the thoughts that ideal you is already thinking. Make yourself choose the thoughts that ideal you would think about any given subject when it comes up on your mind. You're making that a habit. That's what this 30 days does. This 30 days makes it so that your brain chooses the thoughts of your ideal reality naturally instead of choosing the thoughts of your old reality naturally. And this will help shift you into your new reality much, much faster. And just like with the whitewater rapids, should another rapid come up or a waterfall or something rocky come up, you know how to navigate it now. And you don't have to worry about what might come up on the lazy river that you are not prepared for because you have built the skills and now you're taking that into the rest of your life. Now you know how to approach every single solitary subject in your entire life because you know how to flip a thought, you know how to catch a thought, and you know how to feed yourself productive affirmations or thoughts, and that's all it is. Take over the airwaves. There's no room for old reality thoughts anymore. So I want you to comment down below. I am dedicated to my process. I am dedicated to my process. Simple but direct. Remind yourself that this is a process, it is a practice, but it is extremely rewarding. Because once you learn to navigate those waters, you can't unlearn that. That knowledge is yours forever to keep. So you will always be ahead of the curve because you know how to navigate no matter what happens to you. You know how to recalibrate. You know how to reselect a reality you like better. You know how to shift yourself into something else. You know how to manifest something better for yourself. That's all you need. So if you'd like to get started on your own 30-day journey, really hammering this in and getting a hold of your own practice, check out my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge. You can get it for free at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got an upgraded version where I actually guide you through it with 30 days worth of videos and just kind of help be your little cheerleader in your corner. Both of those are at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and other courses and workshops at my website, roxytalks.com. You can also join me on social media. I am on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Here on the Roxy Talks channel, I go live every Monday at noon-ish PST for Q&A, and I've got brand new videos out every Tuesday through Friday, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.